Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fight. And we have a big one here today. Today we have three, not one, not two, three singles qualifying matches to figure out what three individuals will be playing for the number one Contenders Triple Threat Match in just a few weeks. And here we are with our first one of those. And I'm here with Tim to call this one. What are your thoughts on this one?
It's a match. I'm usually here to help you with math because you don't know it, but you know.
It's very true, very true. But yeah, today we have the showman, former showman, the showstopper, Eli McCaig, who just took down Jake the Maestro Marangoni to get here, and the Grand Admiral, Kees Cornelisse himself, who has been on the rampage, starting with taking down Ed Sale, following that up by taking down Primetime Paulo Yama, and now he is here to try and make it into that number one contenders match with Eli, who has played in a number one contenders match before and just came so close to getting into that title match. Unfortunately, just one Marvel question away. But now they both get a chance at that number one contenders match, and I think that's enough from us. I think they are ready to get this started, so let's go ahead and hear what they have to say right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you have seen to my previous matches, I have been wanting to be taken seriously in this league. People have seen me in movie Warzone. People have seen me in Fandom Fights. Yet for some curious reason, no one has ever took me seriously. They've always said, oh, you're going to be behind Caleb. You're going to be behind Robert Parker. They never thought of putting me in the top spot. Well, as I beat Jake Marangoni, guess what? I'm going to be beating Kees Cornelisse today because I want to be in that number one contender spot. And I want the title that rightfully belongs to me. Robert Parker is just someone that people look at and just automatically want to give the title to because they think he's all that. Well, guess what? His show, his run is stopping. And I am stopping Kees Cornelisse's show too, because that is what I am now. I am a show stopper. That's exactly what I intend to do today.
Well, hello everyone. I am back in the fandom singles ring to face, an opponent that I've been following for a while now. Of course, I always follow my opponents. I watch their matches. I know a little bit about them. I study them because, well, that's what I do. I want to see who I'm up against. I'm up against Eli McCaig today, who has been pretty impressive with some of his matches. He's definitely put up some good performances. But here's the thing. I already went up against him. To be fair, that was in teams, so he had a teammate to help him out, or maybe not. And I had a teammate to help me out, who definitely did. So, well, maybe you would say that he had to carry his teammate, and I had a lot of help from my teammate. But today we'll just settle it 1 versus 1, him versus me. We'll just see how this goes. As I said, I respect him. I think he's a good player. But, well, I don't have losses. I'm 2-0. He is 3-2. He has 2 losses. To me, it's still a little bit of a riddle why he is even the higher end competitor, considering that, well, he has losses. He has lost. And the thing is, he says that he shouldn't be put behind Robert Parker and all these people. But you lost. And that doesn't mean you should be put in front of them. That means that you're still behind them because Robert Parker is 4-0 and you're 3-2. So you've done nothing in terms of really getting to that belt so far. Yeah, you lost the number one contender match. And you're going to lose this match, and I'll move on to the next number one contender match, and then I'll go for the title, because that's been my goal. I've wanted to face Robert Parker. I know that I can face him. That is my goal. So I think this will be a good match, but I'll win, and I'll just move on in the road to the title, and that's going to be this match.
Eli talking about his historic showstopper turn here, how he wants to stop Kees's rookie run, and Kees mentioning that the two of them have faced before in the team's ring, and they had a pretty even performance. So I'm very interested to see how these two compete today. What are your thoughts on this one, Tim?
Yeah, words, talking, all that stuff. Let's get on to some number crunching.
All right. Then we'll get into our proper introductions. Introducing first, representing Nuclear Option and coming to the ring with a record of 2 wins and 0 defeats with 1 technical knockout. He is the number 5 ranked contender, the Grand Admiral, Kees Cornelisse. And his opponent, representing the Arrowverse Champions and House Night Fury, and coming to the ring with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats, 1 knockout, and 4 technical knockouts, and the number 1 ranked contender, Eli, the Showstopper McCaig. All right, gentlemen, you have both been here before. You understand how the rules work, but I will break them down for you very quickly. There will be 10 questions issued to the field in round number 1 from 10 different categories of fandom, each worth 1 point apiece. This is our whiteboard round. You write it down and say it. We will not ding you on spelling. It's pronunciation. That is the key. Any questions?
No.
All right. Then we will start right away with your first question, which comes in the category of Star Wars. Name all 4 planets that Yoda sets foot on screen while he's alive in the Star Wars live-action films. This is a bit of a head-scratcher.
It's not really that hard if you think about it.
That's fair. I think Case was excited, and all he was waiting for was when the sentence ended.
Oh yeah, he hears Star Wars, and that's all he has to hear.
That was a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Case.
Coruscant, Geonosis, Kashyyyk with 3 Ys, and Dagobah.
That is indeed correct. And Eli.
I said Dagobah, Kashyyyk, Coruscant, and Geonosis.
That is also correct. That's a big point there for Eli.
All right, 1 for 1. And I need another pen before we continue. God damn it. Pens, markers, everything's running dry here. All right, let's do it old school with the number 2. All right, gentlemen, your next question comes in the category of the MCU. And your question, how many MCU films has Jon Favreau appeared in?
Jon Favreau, one of my favorite director-actor combinations.
Mm-hmm. And he's had a lot of good acting roles, not just the MCU. He's been in Swingers, Chef, a lot of great roles. My
favorite role of his is the Doctor in Elf. 5, 4.
Forgot about that.
2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Eli on this one.
4.
That is correct. And Case.
Yeah, the Iron Man trilogy and Homecoming. 4.
That is correct. Before Lucas Schildbach can challenge at home, he was in a deleted scene for Avengers Infinity War. Keyword deleted. All right.
Was not in the movie.
Your next question comes in the category of Middle Earth. Who is the first dwarf to die in the Battle of the 5 Armies? Definitely not a fan of this franchise.
Well, of course.
Not a fan of this movie. This movie sucks.
If you shut your brain off, it's not bad.
See, like, I came in with a brain that was shut off after seeing the last Hobbit movie. I liked the first Hobbit, the second Hobbit made me fall asleep, and the third one, I was just glad that it was an hour and a half.
2.5 hours.
No way, It was like 1:45.
No, it was...
The third Hobbit was
2.5
hours.
Yeah. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
no, I thought it was 2:45, Case.
No, that's extended.
Oh, yeah.
Pens down, we will start with Case.
Feely.
That is indeed correct. And Eli.
Feely.
And they are perfect together so far.
All right, gentlemen, your next category is everyone's favorite spy, James Bond. How many times has a James Bond film won Best Original Score?
Song.
Song?
Not
Oh,
score.
yeah. Best Original Song. Sorry.
Best original song, not score.
Yeah, I just saw the S and my mind went with score.
You know, it's not a far off. Yes,
Yeah.
but-
My mind does that with reading a lot.
You
so.
asked one, right?
You
Not
don't
nominated.
What was no? Would you like to use a repeat?
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Eli on this one.
2.
That is correct. In case
Yeah, Spectre and Skyfall, 2.
that's correct.
Why do I hear like a kazoo in someone's background with the?
That's not me. It's not me.
But you hear that too.
I don't hear.
Yeah, I hear something, yeah.
I don't hear anything.
It's kind of like
Thank you.
something like that.
I think
Tim
it's
is
you.
composing the
Eli.
score for the match in his head as we're. All right,
Now I play the
I don't
Benny
hear
Hill
it.
theme music.
I don't hear it. Anyway,
You're deaf.
3. That's 2. True. That's 2. No, true. 3, 2.
Wait.
Wait, why are we
What
counting
is the
down?
question? Can we get a question?
I'm counting us back in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he's gonna cut this out.
Yeah, we have to cut this out.
Yeah.
No, you don't. This is comedy gold, bitch.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right, folks. Your 5th question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. How many Disney films has Phil Collins done the soundtrack for? Phil Collins, member of Genesis.
Also, in the world of South Park, got an Oscar shoved up his ass.
Did he? That's very
Yes,
interesting.
because Trey and Matt
he
lost to
beat
him
them
at
out
the
for-
Academy Awards. Yeah,
Yeah, they beat
And-
South Park one year.
yeah,
They
and
beat South Park one
they took it out on him in 2 episodes back to back.
Yes, they did.
year.
First Phil Collins
very-
Hill, and then Phil Collins
4,
It's amazing.
Oscar
3,
up his ass.
2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Case.
I think it's 2.
That is correct. And Eli.
2.
That is correct. They're both perfect so far. Phil Collins
Tarzan
doing
and Brother
the
Bear.
soundtracks for Tarzan and Brother Bear. Yes.
One good one.
All right, gentlemen. Your
One good
next
one, the other
question-
one was Joaquin Phoenix.
Your next question comes in Caleb's favorite of Pixar, so it's probably a Cars question. What is the full name of the tycoon who wants to bring back supers in Incredibles 2? It's not Cars, folks.
Incredibles 2. Saw it in IMAX. It's actually really, really cool.
I have a
Yeah,
question.
I like
Is this movie out on digital already?
Yeah. You can actually rent it on Vudu.
Okay.
Which I remind you, Caleb,
4,
please don't charge my card.
1. Haven't opened your Voodoo in about a month. Pens down. We'll start with Eli.
I haven't seen it. James.
It's incorrect. And Case.
I also haven't seen it, so I have no answer.
The answer is Winston Dever. Winston Dever.
It had a lot of flashing. I have epilepsy. It wasn't really advised to watch in the theaters.
Yeah, there's that one scene that is a little. That was hard for me, and I don't even have epilepsy.
Yeah,
All right. Your next question comes in the category of Marvel. These are films outside the MCU. What Marvel film was directed by Guillermo del Toro?
But Caleb, I'm waiting one day to wake up, open up my Vudu, and just see like all 20 charges to see Pixar movies being bought, and it's me just going, yeah, I want to plan a trip to Minneapolis.
That'd be a fun trip because I don't live in Minneapolis, so
I'll find you somewhere. God damn it, I will track you down.
Also, I have all 20 Pixar. No, that's a lie. I don't own Look at Dinosaur. I have 19 Pixar movies. 5, 4,
You don't
3,
have the best Pixar movie.
1.
Not
I
the
do own
worst.
Cars. Pens down. We will start with Eli.
Blade 2.
That is indeed correct. In case.
Blade 2.
That is correct. They are still tied up.
Best of the Blade trilogy. In my
I
opinion.
haven't seen any of them yet.
We'll discuss that later. All right, your next question comes
Really
in
won't. I got a show later.
Worlds of DC. Who plays Henry Allen in Justice League?
Justice League, the movie that everyone is clamoring for a version that doesn't exist.
Okay.
I think we're clamoring for...
This movie is just plain fucking bad.
It's very messy. I think there are some fun things in there, and a lot of it sucks.
Very
Batman versus
messy is
Superman.
a kind word for
I
it.
like Batman versus Superman better than Justice League.
Yeah, even though I hate BVS.
I'll say this. In Justice League, there are moments that made me go, oh, that's good. There are other moments that made me go, why?
Exactly.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll start with Case.
Billy Crudup.
That is correct. And Eli.
Billy Crudup.
They are still neck and neck perfect. Your next question, your penultimate question for the round, comes in the category of just regular DC. What is the name of the reporter who is in love with Vicky Vale in 1989's Batman? We are looking for first and last name.
It reminds me of a post that Malcolm put for when you were a kid, movies that scared you. This was one of them for me when I was very little.
Interesting. I can understand that. I think I saw this for the first time when I was 8 or 9, and I loved it.
I think I was 5. This was actually one of the first movies I remember seeing.
I would definitely not show this movie to my 5-year-old. A little too violent.
My mom showed me Blazing Saddles, Porky's, and
2,
all the other ones. So
1. Pens down. We'll start with Eli.
Alexander Knox.
That is correct. And Case.
What he said.
Oh. All right.
All right. Your last question to close you out of round 1. Eli with a 1-point lead. Let's see if he can keep it. In Disney. And your question. What is the name of the villain in The Great Mouse Detective? This is another one I have not seen since I was a kid, Caleb.
Oh, I love this movie.
Love it. Love this film.
I saw this movie once, and after I watched it, I loved it.
Oh, I love it. I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen it in a hot minute, but definitely like this one. This is one that's...
I still think the best animated mouse one is Fievel Goes West, but that's not Disney.
Fievel Goes West over The Great Mouse Detective and Secret of Nim. All right.
And
yes.
An American Tail.
Well, Fievel Goes West. Fievel Goes West is better than American Tail. 1. Hands down.
I think
we'll
equal.
start with Eli.
Radigan.
And Case.
I didn't know. I said Sykes.
It was indeed Radigan. Professor Radigan. And with that,
Sykes
Eli
is
Eli pulling away there. Score is 9-7. Very close. Very close game. Intense one. This has been a really good game. Thank you all for watching. Oh, just kidding. We have another round coming up. Here we go into round number 2, which is our famous wheel round, which works like this. Both competitors are going to get a chance to spin the lovely wheel brought to us by WheelDecide.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. But you can go to multiple choice if you are unsure of the answer, but it does devalue the point down to being only worth 1. If you don't like the category you spin on entirely, you do get the chance to spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on the second time. Any questions? You both have all 3 of your repeats and your challenge. All right, Eli, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Case?
I'll go first.
All right. And to give you a quick rundown of your categories tonight, your categories are the MCU, James Bond, Pixar, Fast and Furious, Star Wars, Middle-earth, Star Trek, Wizarding World, and Spinners and Opponent's Choice.
The 2
and
that are always on.
Your spin is away, and it lands on Wizarding World. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Spin again.
All right. Eli is spinning again, and it looks like he is going to be stuck with Pixar movies.
Okay.
All right, I will issue to you your questions in the realm of Pixar movies. Eli, your first question. How many Pixar films have been scored by Randy Newman? Five.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, 2, B, 4, C, 6, or D, 8.
Four.
That is incorrect. Case, a chance for a steal.
I'll go with 8.
That is indeed correct for a 1-point steal. All 3 Toy Stories, Cars 1 and 3, and both Monsters, Inc. All right, your second question in the world of Pixar. What is the name of the octopus voiced by Ed O'Neill in Finding Dory?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Hank, B, Rudder, C, Ray, or D, Charlie.
I'd like to also point out this octopus scored 4 touchdowns in a single game in high school. Just saying.
Hey, Hank.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, your third question in the category of Pixar. What was the first Pixar film to be nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Up, B, Toy Story 3, C, Brave, or D, Toy Story 2.
Great.
That's incorrect. Case, the chance for a 1-point steal.
I think it's adapted screenplay when it's a sequel, not an original film. So then it would be Toy Story 3.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. Your fourth question in the category of Pixar, Eli. What kind of business does Flo own in Cars?
Multiple choice. I have a guess on what it is, but I don't want to say it out loud.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, a motel, B, a travel store, C, a diner, or D, a bar.
A motel.
That is incorrect. Case, a chance for a 1-point steal.
Can you repeat the options, please?
Yes, I can. Your multiple choice options are A, a motel, B, a travel store, C, a diner, or D, a bar.
I think it's a travel store.
That is also incorrect. Looking for diner. Flo's Diner.
Damn it, I knew it, but then I heard hotel, then I second guessed myself. Because I saw her in a hotel.
Allie is the one who owns the motel. All right, and your final question in the category of Pixar, Eli. What is Frozone's wife's name in The Incredibles?
Honey, where's my super suit, honey?
2 points. That's a big 2 points for Eli there. Maintaining his lead, Eli is up 12-9. And in case you're going to get a chance to answer your round 2 here, just a second as I record that you got 2 for Cool. Just wanted to make sure. I just realized I'm just trying to keep stats as well as record. All right.
Then what the hell am I doing here?
You're here.
Yeah, you can't do math.
You're here for color commentary. All right. All right, Case, your spin is in Pixar, is off the table, and it is Star Trek. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'll risk spinning again.
All right, Case is spinning again. He is stuck with whatever he lands on, and it is the MCU.
Okay.
But I don't care
All
if you're good in it or not. I just didn't want you to get Star Wars.
Not again.
All right, Tim.
Nope. My plan didn't work either. I was hoping to get Star Wars and accept it. Like, yep, I'm taking it. Bringing
Okay.
every point down to 1.
All right. Case, your first question in MCU. Who has the final line in Avengers Infinity War?
Okay, I'll challenge this if you say it's wrong. I think it's Nick Fury.
That is correct for 2 points. Before he goes into dust and we get
Mother.
Captain Marvel.
Yep.
All right. Your second question. In his Iron Man 2 cameo, who is Stan Lee mistaken for?
Larry King.
Correct for another 2 points. All right, your third question. Who plays Aisha in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Can I have multiple choice, please?
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
like
This
this
ought to be
game.
fun. All right.
Man,
A.
why'd you do that?
A. Linda Cardellini. B. Elizabeth Debicki. C. Palm Clementieff. Or D. Miley Cyrus.
It's B. Becky.
That is correct for 1 point.
I knew it.
All
I know
right.
he did, but I don't like the movie and I don't remember it.
Your penultimate question. How many countries approved on the Sokovia Accords?
$117.
That is correct for 2 points.
I'll be honest, I'm glad you knew that.
I love that movie.
And your final question. Who composed the score for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
This is fucking... Tyler Bates. Jesus.
That is correct for 2 points. Clean
It took
sweep.
me way too fucking long.
Now he's ahead.
All right, and at the end of round number 2, Case is up 18 to Eli's 12, but we are still not done. We have the infamous betting round here in round number 3, which works like this. We are going to issue a category to the field. Both competitors will tell us how many points they would like to bet between 0 and 2 points. If they get the question right, they get the points. If they get it wrong, they lose the points. We go until someone hits 0 or is mathematically eliminated, which is the Jim and Nico rule. And we have 5 questions total in the match. If we go past that, we do have sudden death, which works exactly like round number 1 over again. Any questions before we get into round number 3? All right, then I will give you your first category in round number 3, which is the MCU. How many points would you like to bet on the MCU? All right, Eli.
2.
And Case.
1.
All right, your question from the MCU. Which MCU film has the following tagline? It's not the armor that makes the hero, but the man inside. We're writing these and testing them with D10, and you liked this question a lot.
Yeah. I liked a lot of them, honestly, when we were going over them. They were pretty fun.
Yeah, you had a good game in testing.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Case.
Said Iron Man 3.
That is incorrect. And Eli.
Said 2.
It's not Iron Man 3. It is Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2.
Of course.
Man, that's a horrible tagline.
It is now 17 to 10.
Yes.
And what
With
is
our
the
next category, they can bet points on of Star Wars. Jace going to his board pretty fucking fast.
I hate you, Chase, so much. I saw what number you did. I don't even have. I can just see your motion of the hand. I knew how many you bet.
Of course.
Give me some fighting chance, please.
All right. We will go to Eli first.
1. You need me to show you 1.
All right, and Case.
2.
All right. Tim, you want to give them their question?
Yes. In Star Wars, how many films feature the character of Tarkin?
The head scratcher here.
Yeah. Pretty evil son of a bitch.
Now, if this would have been besides the movies, that would have been more difficult. If it's just movies.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Eli.
3.
And Case.
No, it's 2. Star Wars
No.
Rogue One.
That is incorrect.
Wait.
It's
It
3.
is A New
It's
Hope,
3.
Revenge of the Sith, and Rogue One. He said Revenge of the Sith.
I made
There's a
mistake.
loss of 2 points for
I
Case.
made a mistake.
Oh.
And 1 for Eli. That is a big swing there for Eli on Star Wars. That he needed that. It is now
Yes.
15
I thought
to 11. 15 to
I thought
11.
Case would know that.
At
I
your
was
third-
playing hard.
Your third category is James Bond. How many points would you guys like to bet on James Bond? Start with Case
2.
and Eli.
Could be stupid of me, but 2.
All right, and your question from James Bond. Who directed From Russia with Love?
The tagline for the Trump campaign.
Ooh. 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Comments are going to be wild. All right.
Oh, well, why not?
Reminder to both competitors, you still have 3 repeats for the entirety of the
Repeat.
match. All right. That is Eli's first repeat. And your question from James Bond. Who directed From Russia with Love? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Case.
I hope it's the same guy as the first. Dr. No, Terrence Young.
And Eli.
Got it wrong. With John Glenn.
It is indeed Terrence Young. Alright. Quick score update. 9 to 17.
That's 8 points. And how many questions are left?
There are 2 questions left. There's the potential for a 4-point swing on each question. So yeah, we have just enough, I think, right? Still an 8-point swing in the game. Yep. All right, moving on to the last question. Second last question.
All right, your next category you can bet points on. Wizarding World. Everything magical and strange.
All right. Eli, how many points are you betting on the Wizarding World?
I'm going 2. Go big or go home. I don't care.
All right. And Case.
I'm sorry, Eli, but I'm not betting anything.
Okay. That's fine.
All right, Case, we do ask that you play along for stats purposes. Tim,
Yes.
what do you want to give them their question?
Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to Case's TV match here. Oh. All right, your question. Please play along for stats purposes. All right, your question in Wizarding World. Besides Harry Potter, name the other 3 names chosen for the Tri-Wizard Tournament in Goblet of Fire. Have you gotten up to this movie yet, Caleb?
I still have not seen Prisoner of Azkaban.
Jesus
Right
Christ.
on.
I told you, I haven't opened your voodoo in a month, so I still have to watch Prisoner.
Have like a movie marathon with the girlfriend or something.
I'm
Jesus
trying.
Christ.
I'm trying. I'm trying to watch it.
I'm going to.
It's hard when you work this job and 2 other real-life jobs.
I'm going to marathon these movies soon, and that will be like the 100th time that I watch them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, starting with Eli.
Cedric Diggory, Victor Crumb, and Fleur de Lure.
That is correct for 2, and Case.
Fleur de la Cour, Cedric Diggory, and Victor Crumb. Good game, Eli.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, the Grand Admiral, Kees Cornelisse. It was correct. It is 17-11 final score. Eli was indeed correct. Just not enough points left in the game for Eli to make the comeback he needed. Thoughts on that one, Tim?
Yeah, both all the way, taking it into round 3, deep into round 3. Case just had the better day today over him and Eli.
It was a very strong game. I think it really came down to round 2. Eli played a good, had a near perfect round 1 and had a pretty solid round 3. It just came down to round 2 where Case had that perfect round 2. And then they had the exact same round 3, but it just came down to that round 2. And Eli couldn't capitalize on steals, couldn't get any steal opportunities off of Case, which is unfortunate. But that's how it went. And I think it's time to go to our post-match interviews and hear what they have to say. Do you want to go ahead and conduct those, Tim?
Sure. All right, we'll start with our winner, Kees Cornelisse. I always mispronounce that last name, Case, but that's why I just call you Case. Sure. But you had a great performance, 14-19, 74% for your final overall stats. A great day for you. How do you feel now after this win, moving forward, now going to 3-0?
Well, this is what I expected. I said it at the beginning of the match. I said this at the beginning of my run of where I started against Ed. I'm going to go up until Robert Parker. There are 2 matches. Actually, no. There's one match between that, the Triple Threat #1 contender, that I will win, and then I will face Robert Parker finally for that belt. That's what I've been saying. And you see how I do these matches. Look, Eli played a great game in round 1, and he got an unfortunate category in round 2. I got a category that he picked as a strength, but that turned out to be a pretty good strength of mine because I'm not just a Star Wars guy. I also know my MCU. I know plenty of these categories. That's why I compete in fandom, because most of these categories are my wheelhouse, and most of these categories I will dominate in. I will not allow steals, and whatever they get, I'll steal from, because that's been, well, against Paul and against Eli today. I'll steal in round 2. I'll put up good enough of a performance in round 1, and yeah, round 3 is then really dependent on what the score is. That's strategy. But yeah, I had a good game. Eli did have a good game. I do want to say good game. Thank you for putting up a good fight. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on a mission. Thanks, Robert. And that's not stopping anytime soon. So that's it.
With all the contenders looking to go into that Triple Threat #1 contender, is there anyone you're worried about maybe going in there for who's left, or you're pretty confident going all the way to Robert?
Okay, look, I'm not necessarily worried about anyone. I do respect every single person that could potentially face me in that Triple Threat #1 contender. I know one of the guys is a host right here, Caleb. He could definitely be in that because, well, my personal prediction is he will beat Jen, and then I'll face him. And then, well, I know that both Sandy and Dominic are really good competitors. I've seen them compete. I know what they can do in this league. But I think I'm better than all of them. So I'm not necessarily worried. I just respect them, and I'll see how that goes whenever we get to that #1 contender match.
All right. Congratulations again, Case. You had a hell of a performance. So we'll see you in that Triple Threat now. All right, and we go now to our unfortunate loser, Eli McCaig. Eli, you also 13 for 19, 68%. You had a good performance, just one question away from tying Case with that, but round 2 was the one that bit you in the ass. How you feeling coming off of this match?
Well, I mean, how else can I feel? I'm disappointed in myself. I should have done better. My strategy for round 2 really didn't help or work. My strategy wasn't getting Wizarding World, and it wasn't getting Pixar either. My main strategy was trying to get Star Wars. That way, I could probably try to showcase that, hey, you may be good at MCU and James Bond and Star Wars. Guess what? I'm pretty good at Star Wars myself. So you're not the only one that is good in this category. So that failed. When Pixar came up, I was hoping it would be questions that I knew. Some of the questions I did, one of the questions I even said, the flow one, I knew the answer, I just wasn't for sure. I even had it in my head where it was. It's just that there was one scene that I saw in my head when I heard the categories, and it was her driving up into a hotel, and for some reason that in my brain just told me, oh, she owned a hotel, and I was completely wrong, and I should have went with my gut. And my gut was even saying when I heard the question, restaurant, diner, it was saying that, but I didn't go for it. And to anyone out there that really doubts Cage, you should never doubt Cage. Even when I first heard he was going to join Fandom, I never doubted him. I was always thinking, oh, he's going to be one of the best competitors here. He's someone that I could easily see give Robert a run for his money. I never understood why people doubted him. Or people just called him the Star Wars guy. Sure, he's Star Wars, but he knows other stuff, as you saw with MCU. I find it baffling that people would doubt Case, because I've never doubted Case. Even from the very beginning, when I first saw his very first movie trivia match, I knew, like, oh, Case is a powerhouse. No one should ever doubt Case.
Yeah, it was a close match between you two. Both of you were so even with, I think, the blade of battle. Both of you had your senses sharp. It was just came down to round number 2, and I mean round number 3. You both seemed comfortable with the categories that you got, and it was just that round number 2 that really hurt it for you. But now at an even record of 3-3. Is there anyone you're looking at maybe next to come back strong against, or is it just a come one, come all type of attitude for you?
It's going to be a come one, come all. I'm really, as of right now, my rank has dropped significantly from, I don't even know if right now if I'm at the top 10 anymore, but we'll see. Or if I'm in the top 10, I'm not the top 5. But until we get back to that, until I start gaining more wins and get closer to the top 5 or even the top 3, that once I see myself in the top 5 again, that's when I'll start looking more towards, like, okay, it's time for me to start fighting a little bit more. But as of right now, I think my season's over for this season. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's over. But until next season, if my season's over after this match, then until next season, come one, come all. But if my season's not done, then come one, come all again. I'm ready to get back in the fight.
All right. Strong words there from strong competitor. I have no doubt you'll come back stronger than ever with your next match, Eli, but unfortunately it just didn't work out your way this time, but I know we'll see you back eventually in the future. So with that, we throw it back to our hosts, Caleb and myself.
All right, well, those were some good post matches. Case is in it. He's in it to win it at the #1 Contender Triple Threat Match. First person of today's matches that is now confirmed. Next up on our release schedule, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Dominic, the movie nerd Rizzy, is back, and he is playing Sandy the Sandman Robinson. That is sure to be one for the ages. Make sure you check that out. And don't even leave after that one, because then I'm going to get off this desk, get back in the ring, and you'll see me get in there against the Math Queen, Jen Kemp, and make it back to my second, well, if you want to count the semifinal, third #1 Contenders match in Fandom for the season. So stay tuned. There's a lot more coming, and we're going to throw it into our post-match plugs, starting with our winner, Case. Where can they find you?
You can find me on our pretty new channel called Dedicated to Art, where Chris Doman and myself, we do Showman reactions, we do a live show, we recap Star Wars Resistance, so check that out. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy and Facebook, Kees Cornelisse, in these fan groups like Multiplex and whatnot. You can find me.
All right, and our unfortunate loser, Eli, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Eli Mac. You can find me on Instagram at Mr. Eli Mac. You can find me on Facebook at Eli McCaig. And eventually, when it happens, you can find me here on Multiplex in a #1 Contenders match for movie Warzone. It will be me versus whoever I'm going up against. I can't remember off the top of my head. My mind's a little somewhere else right now. So, until then.
All right, and my co-host, Tim, where can they find you?
Oh, I wish Nico was here so I didn't have to go all this, but here we go. You can find me here on Multiplex as always, helping out everywhere I can, trying to keep everything in check. With Movie Mondays, TV Tuesdays, Sports Wednesdays, Fandom Fridays, and of course every once in a while Nerdgasm Saturdays, just to see how debating goes for a lot of these people. And of course our other great shows you can see Around the League with Nico, recaps every match going on. A new show with him and Zadius Thursdays, recapping Arrowverse, all that good stuff. And of course, I know we're going to see Caleb and Jake working with their new surprise entry into shows eventually to air. But yeah, I think that's everything for me, where you can find me.
All right, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Caleb Coho. That is KALEB KOHO. You can find me on YouTube, Caleb Coho, where I do music, Coho Productions, where I do film, and on both channels right now is my movie Chick Part 2, which you can watch for free. What is not free is my album Shoot for Teams with my group The Forks, which you can find on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you consume your digital music. Go ahead and check that out if you're interested. And you can find me right here on Multiplex Entertainment, hosting Fandom Fight every Friday, and a new show with Jake Marangoni coming up on Thursdays. And Nerdgasm is on a bit of a hiatus, but it should be coming back shortly with a new face and co-host of mine that is going to be very exciting. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. Don't go anywhere. We do have more matches today. Stick around, see Dominic take on Sandy, see me take on Jen, and at the end of today, you are going to know which 3 players are going to be fighting it out in that #1 Contenders Triple Threat Match. So thank you all for watching. We will see you in just a few minutes when Dominic Grizzy takes on Sandy Robinson. Thank you all for watching.